everybody was expecting somebody other than John Cena to win the title match. I guess the joke was on you because we kind of said last week, let's not be surprised when
WWE also kind of teased it by accidentally leaking it's supposed to the Blu-ray cover for SummerSlam and had John Cena and Brock Lesnar on the cover.
And now here's Tyler Warner, Wayne Kurt.
Yes, and how about that opening to this past week on Monday Night Raw? I guess the WWE Network advertisement by John Cena. You gotta.
You know what? There's some people confused there when he said about because they were also saying about how the free subscription, the free preview ends at midnight.
Yeah.
Which means that after I guess at midnight you got it. The only you can be part of the network permanently now is you have to have your own. You have to be a subscriber and have an account.
Yeah.
But there's some people confusing that because some people saying so. Is John Cena saying that if you join now the free preview, you get to watch Battleground for free this Sunday?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So somebody just brought that up. But I think as they went on, they pretty much said no. After midnight, it's the only you can watch Battleground is you got to be a subscriber.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was clearly a plug.
Yeah.
Done by Cena. It's just not looking good for the network as far as numbers go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're showing the the big satisfaction rate and everything. And,
I cringed when I saw that. I'm like, can you stop trying to sound so desperate?
And just throughout the show too, and we talked about it, last week or the week before. I don't know. Like it is a bargain pretty much. I mean, $9.99 a month.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of trying to plug the network for WWE here. That should be their job.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a perfect deal? No, I wouldn't. No. To me, they need more original programming.
Yeah.
But that's even in the loop now. Supposedly, the second season of Legend House has been pushed back. They were going to bring back Tough Enough even too for as original programming, but that's even been delayed. And that's because low subscribers means that with all the cost involved in here, they're going to have to cut stuff.
Yeah.
That means even production on the network. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed because you haven't been a low subscriber as me, and that, but they've dropped the post show for Raw now that they originally did. There's not even a pre-show or a post-show for SmackDown anymore. In fact, the pre-show for Raw even now is done in a studio, in the WWE headquarters studio. Yeah. It's not done at the actual venue because of trying to cut back costs. And even pay-per-view wise,
smart too.
Oh yeah, smart decisions.
Because like there's stuff going on in the background, like, and then they're talking. It's like, well, and then you hear the fans go crazy over something, and you want to see what's going.
But no. The problem was originally was that they would during the pre-show, they would show like superstar matches getting taped, which to me made all these people say, "Why are you doing superstars anymore? Because you're spoiling. Why watch superstars now? Because you're spoiling the finish." And like I said, at first they ignored it, but after a while, it's like they even showed even kind of joked right in commentary for superstars, and like actually showed the match, and then they went back to the panel. But it's like it was kind of stupid to the degree.
Yeah.
But even I think it was even for pay-per-views now. There's no longer a post show for pay-per-view.
Right.
I think Money in the Bank was the first one that they decided they weren't doing a post show anymore.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of made sense as well. I don't get why you need a post show for pay-per-view. But no, I mean, but there was also rumors of having Jonathan Coachman come in, who works for SportsCenter, ESPN now. There's rumors of him coming in and doing like a kind of a news like SportsCenter WWE show in a way.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to have been pushed back because of cuts. I mean,
and
now Josh Matthews got cut because of cuts. The lead guy of these pre and post shows is gone now. I mean, I think it's Renee Young that now runs the head host now, but it's not good here. And like I said, it's gotten supposedly to the point of there are wrestlers panicking now.
Yeah,
because. Like I said, the first controversy with this was what does this do for like pay-per-view bonuses in a way?
Yeah. Like,
are we getting less now because it costs less to order a pay-per-view, or we getting the same amount? Are we getting anything because tell you're a subscriber to the network and not so much just ordering a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
And once again, there are still providers that provide the pay-per-views the old-fashioned way. But a lot of them have been dropping because
Yes.
How can they compete with a $50 cost with the $9.99 cost? So what's the point? And not to mention WWE pay-per-views haven't been selling that well, except for maybe Mania or SummerSlam, maybe even the Rumble on occasions.
Yeah.
So it's just it's panic mode, and I know there's gonna be people that want to like laugh in Vince McMahon's face, when they gotta release the support, and you know what's gonna happen. Wall Street's gonna react again in a negative way, and there's gonna be a lot of people like pointing fingers at, was this a great idea to begin with, and so on. But here's the thing: this is not the XFL. This is not like this folds in one year. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
The company invested a shitload of money into this network here. They've pushed the hell out of it, and if they're not getting numbers, there's going to be WWE personnel that's going to be fired. And there might be some of your personal favorite guys getting fired because, well, I mean, look at an example. If you're a Zack Ryder fan, I'd be really nervous right now. Because
price is wrong.
Even Damian Sandow right now, coming in and apparently now working as Sonic, which might be his full-time employment now once he gets fired.
Doing a another commercial sort of.
Even some like NXT development guys that aren't even really getting used that much. I mean, there are people saying more cuts could happen because the money's, they got to make up for this shortfall. It's going to happen. It could be a massive shortfall.
Yeah. And
like I said, to me, one of these there's ways of fixing it. One's more original programming, which, like I said, they're talking about doing this, but they want to hold off because they want to get these cuts out of the way. And like I said, number two is I think what you got to do is oh shit, I forgot. I had it in my head for a second, but no, I think original programming is one. Number two is God, I feel like Rick Perry now all of a sudden. So just skip time. I might come back later there, but no, clearly original programming. You need original programming.
Yeah.
I can't have had a massive brain fart. I had like the idea, but you have any original programming. Like I said, Tough Enough's a good idea. I think that's especially if you have Austin hosting it again, because I think he was a huge improvement from past Tough Enoughs.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, original programming is key. Try to think of the second one. I had it right in my head and it just vanished. I don't know. What would you do to improve the network, Tyler?
Well, yeah, definitely original programming would, because I like, I don't know. There's like, it feels like when I go to the network and like there's that first episode of Total Divas, for instance, and like that's the only episode you can find like the
because
stuff like that.
They're gonna release like.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just season 1, 2, but they're gonna like release like once a week a new episode. Yeah. I mean, they also have added more content too. I mean, it's not just pay-per-views now. You can watch every episode of Raw from 93 to 94 now, and actually they started adding 95 now once a week. So
yeah,
I mean, to me, that's the second one. That's original program. But get more out of the vault.
Yeah.
I mean, when they first started, they were releasing like old Madison Square Garden footage of and that. It's like I wanted to see more of that because that's I never saw as a kid because I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see like more of that. I mean, like more ECW, like I think hardcore TV and that.
Yeah.
But definitely like classic Raw and classic SmackDown.
Yeah.
I release more of that.
Yeah.
So that's the second one. Original programming and more classic content, I think.
Yeah.
So add some new programming, but bring back some old programming as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the pay-per-views are great. You got all the pay-per-views, but I think that now you throw maybe throw in some old Nitro and Thunder episodes.
Yeah.
Now. I mean,
yeah, because it's cool because you just got the paper. It'd be cool how to see like how those matches come together and how the feuds happen and everything.
Well, you watch
like that.
You watch the classic Raws from like 93 to like pretty much 96. It was just a 1 hour show.
Yeah.
So you might see like maybe 3-4 matches an episode.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you'd have some classic episodes in that, but you could really tell why WWE was starting to kick WWE's ass until, it wasn't until 97 when they finally did the whole Raw is War deal, and that's when it was like a 2-hour show, and that's when you had Austin. Don't get me wrong, we watched the 96 Raws, you started to see Austin transform into the Rattlesnake, and that's what that's the Raws I'm looking forward to is the 96 ones when Austin, they just morphed from like the Ringmaster into the Texas Rattlesnake, and like, how that you start seeing the product start to shift to like a more adult oriented program. than the cartoon ones. Don't get me wrong, I do like to listen to Randy Savage and Vince McMahon commentary now on Raw.
Yeah.
From like 93, 94 and such. But not to mention Jim Ross commentary as well. And also heel Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's what I would do. More original programming and more and bringing more classic stuff back from the vault, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's kind of the speak of the network today as like we said. I mean,
yeah, I don't want to plug the hell of the network again for a show.
I mean, of course,
it's not my job; it's the company's job.
When John Cena comes out to open Raw and he's the guy, plugging it, it comes off.
It's kind of funny that he had been some like people boo him as soon as he did it. Everybody knows this is a clear plug.
Yeah.
It's not like they pretty much know he's being told, hey, come out and plug network. I'm sure he's probably one of those guys who, wants network to succeed as well.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this cannot fail.
Right.
It just cannot fail.
Yeah.
This is not the XFL where well, gee, I guess football just wasn't in Vince McMahon's hands in that. We can all laugh and chuckle in that. This is a pretty serious deal for the company here because, like I said, their pay-per-views are pretty much coming. The viewership is coming from this network, majority at least, I would say. Not to mention, original content. And like I said, as far as pay goes, this could be a big deal for a lot of maybe bonuses in that for wrestlers and so on. So it can't fail. And like I said, if you see Damien Sandow get released, it's because probably the network, his name's just on the list in that.
Yeah. Be a big shame if he was, because I mean maybe we'll get to that a little later in the show. I guess when we get to the point where we talk about that Sonic ad, I guess you could say.
Yeah, is Adam Rose now? Is that his job now? Just product placement as well.
Yeah, it's like they bring.
Last week he was advertising like iced tea or something.
Yeah, Twisted Tea or whatever. Yeah.
And this week it's Sonic, specifically their new cheesy. Hot dog deal kind of.
Yeah, from Twisted Tea to Sonic's, chili dog or whatever.
Then you got David Sandow going even a step further, dressing up as a Sonic employee for crying out loud.
On skates and, ultimately, I guess, being the, the butt of the joke there, getting, I guess, wiped.
But, it's all part of the plan here for David Sandow. Yeah. It's this secret push here. It's not punishment at all.
Don Tony and Kevin Castle, yeah.
Well, Don Tony specifically there.
Yeah,
he's because of these crazy ideas.
I hope that Damien Sandow. Because
I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see how this is anything else. I'm curious what he did. I'm curious. Like I said, the day he gets cut, because I really feel like that day's coming sooner than later.
Yeah.
The day he gets cut, and he does what every guy does when he gets cut, do like a shoot interview of like some podcast or something. I want to hear out of his mouth what the hell he did to piss somebody off backstage.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know why they'd be wasting this kind of time right now with him. I mean, wasted talent, I guess you could say. But
I mean, what the hell?
Who knows what
the hell did he just say? Did he make a Stephanie McMahon fat joke? And Triple H just happened to be right there.
Yeah. Speaking of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, they made their return on Raw this past week. I don't know. It was a little I don't know, one of those get a room moments, I guess you could say, when they first. But anyways, the opening of Raw, I thought, other than the plug with, the WWE Network, I mean, I guess they figured a way to work it in the script. And
hey, the plug never went away, Tyler. It never went. It started with John Cena, but it never went away.
Right, yeah.
It even ended on Raw now ends with WWE Network plugs now.
Yeah. But anyways, then Roman Reigns coming out. A nice little one-on-one there. An intense opening to Raw, though.
But advice to Roman Reigns: speak the hell up into the microphone.
Yeah, I mean, or just the guys in the back, the production unit, be prepared to rate, have his microphone a little higher. I don't know. That's the way he talks, I guess. So, that's just.
Well, no. I get that's his character, that he's like the soft-spoken, enforcer kind of deal in that. Yeah. That was his role in the Shield, pretty much. He wasn't the personality that was Dean Ambrose. He wasn't the high flyer that was Seth Rollins. He was the big enforcer, the tank in a way.
Yeah.
And I think the guy can cut decent promos in that. I think he proved last week he can cut a decent promo. But speak the hell up.
I mean, like I said, I mean, they could just switch the mic level up too. I mean, I don't know, and radio, and sometimes
I don't know if it's that or that, Tyler, or the guy's just so soft spoken. He doesn't know like. I mean, like I said, I don't know like how much testing they do before, like how much I guess rehearsal they do with these promos and that. I mean, cause I'm guessing not that much in that. I mean, even so, how's Reigns going to know how loud he's speaking to the microphone?
Right. Yeah.
Especially since he doesn't do it that often. I mean, that's the problem.
I mean, they should have a monitor system.
To me, it might be a lack of practice for Reigns' part here. He hasn't.
I mean,
this is the most he's going to have to speak in a microphone in his career.
I mean, I don't know, because I think I've said in the past, like I've noticed that it seems sometimes like he'll start talking and then suddenly like the mic level, it seems like will come up a little bit, like the guys in the back are I don't know, it could it could be that,
or somebody's fine, like whispering him, hey, talk louder, dude, just talk louder in the microphone.
I don't know.
He's got to fix that.
I mean, I think it's
a small problem, but you got to show improvements there, especially if this is the next hair to the front of the company here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because like his tone of voice, I think is fine. It could just be technical, switch up. I don't know, but it's still, I mean, it was an interesting little standoff there, because it's like, in one day, those two, Cena and Reigns, will have a pretty interesting feud.
Yeah.
And then Ambrose comes in on the on the Titantron, and it's like, guys, like we got to worry about tonight and this and that, and then the backstage assault, brutal assault, on Dean Ambrose.
Can we talk about how stupid the whole segment was?
Because John Cena and Roman Reigns.
We gotta stop calling John Cena Superman now, because he didn't save anybody apparently.
Yeah, like the thing was too, like they didn't.
For the past couple weeks, he's been a shitty boyfriend when it comes to Nikki Bella getting her ass kicked. He's nowhere to be seen. And now all of a sudden, Dean Ambrose gets his ass kicked, and him and John Cena avoids him. Doesn't even try to save him. Apparently, Roman Reigns, his brother in arms, just to stay in the ring too. There, like an idiot, saying, "Well, he'll be okay."
The thing was, once they started showing this Raw, I mean, they didn't show Roman Reigns or John Cena at all. Like they didn't go back to the ring, and you'd think they would. So, like, I'm sitting there wondering, all right, now what is, can they cut back just for a few seconds, while Dean Ambrose
is laying there? At least after commercial break, you show show maybe Reigns backstage, like checking on Ambrose as like he's getting into an ambulance or something.
Yeah, I mean,
because then maybe you can apply. Oh wait, they actually did leave the ring. They just couldn't find him backstage in time.
I mean, what were they? They standing there having a tea party or something that we don't know about.
They're just standing there like.
I'd like to ask.
Did they actually run backstage?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to ask if somebody was at that show in person, like what were they doing? Because that's what I'd be focused on. It's like, all right, Dean Ambrose is getting beat up here,
and apparently John Cena and Roman Reigns don't give two shits.
Yeah, were they standing there? Did they run? Did they run up the ramp and look for somewhere wherever that little backstage area was? Kind of like the old Shield days when they just be some random an undisclosed location. Apparently Orton, Kane, and. Or I guess the Authority, if you want to just shorten it up, found him and beat the hell out of him. And of course it was pretty funny though when Dean Ambrose says is that all you got, and then eventually the curb stomp comes in that little case. And but I mean that was the one of the main criticisms of the show, that they kind of never addressed like what Cena and Reigns were doing. So I don't know. That was that kind of killed the what was a pretty intense segment there. Little loophole, but nevertheless, I mean, Raw moved, rolled on, I guess, and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon back. Everything. It seems like everyone had the same place in the show as they did last week on Raw, as far as time slots goes. Mm-hmm. I thought that was funny. I mean, the Wyatts come out and interrupt the Usos' entrance, beat them up. But there's gonna be a nice, I guess, 2 out of 3's tag team fall match there. I guess Battleground.
Yeah,
that should be interesting. You need Chris Jericho come out and cut one of his kind of classic promos there.
Bray Wyatt cut a pretty good promo, even though he got massive boring chants midway.
Yeah, that came as a bit of a surprise.
There's been a lot of people going on like a Twitter rant after that's blaming the whole John Cena feud for this, claiming that as soon as he lost to Cena, not once but twice, losing the feud, and not to mention the fact that he wins only because a
cage,
freaking child stopped John Cena in his tracks.
I criticize that.
There's some people saying that might have killed the mystique of this character to the degree.
Yeah.
Obviously the goal is now maybe Jericho could bring that back. Don't get me wrong, I think Jericho is going to win at Battleground.
And then the feud continues on the
SummerSlam. Look, Jericho's going to put him over. But it makes no sense for him to beat Jericho clean in two matches, 2 straight pay-per-view matches. Jericho needs to win. It makes sense if he wins the first one to at least set up as like, I'm a veteran, kid. It's not going to be that easy. And so that way when he does beat him at SummerSlam and beats him clean, because if this is Jericho talking here, he should be needing a fluke finish to beat Jericho. Right. And maybe that can get some prestige back to the Wyatt character.
Yeah.
But no, it's clear that I think maybe that John Cena feud might have hurt the character.
Yeah.
Great, it was only one crowd. It wasn't like this has happened continuously. It was just one, shitty, pissed off crowd. It feels like.
Yeah,
because this whole crowd was pissed off the whole night. Especially when you come to the whole Sting deal as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked about that in the spring while the feud was going on too. And again, it's not John Cena hate here or anything, anything like that. But now like feuding with Chris Jericho, that's the thing. When like Chris Jericho comes back and look at RVD, like he's losing everybody now.
Yeah.
It kind of kills the point of feuding with one of these veteran guys if all they do is lose. And so they do need to.
Well, that's why there's some people like the whole Rusev Rob Van Dam thing. It's like that's a big one for Rusev. But it's like, but Van Dam hasn't won one match, but since he's come back here, so is it really a big win, or is it just like, oh well, no, it's to be expected, essentially. So you need to give these veterans some wins here to like make them be taken serious again.
Yeah, yeah. It just goes to show you, like Wyatt. We're not going to have him, win clean or by himself against John Cena, but we'll bring back Chris Jericho and have him win a feud against Chris Jericho. It might not have.
Key thing is he wins a feud. He doesn't need to win every match. Just win a feud.
Yeah, and if he loses at Battleground and then wins at SummerSlam, then
which to me is the bigger deal anyway. SummerSlam is the second base pay-per-view for this company.
Yeah,
you want to win against a veteran, win at SummerSlam.
Right. So yeah, hopefully that feud kind of goes in that direction, I guess you could say. And, other than that, on Raw, we the Paul Heyman Plan C topic, kind of the little hint there that Lesnar's coming.
Brock Lesnar's coming next week.
Right. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is coming back. That's all it means. You can go on and be like some other guys saying, "Oh no, Plan B's Brock." B Brock.
Yeah.
C is CM Punk clearly. Especially with the whole DVD promotion now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's premiering tonight on the network. I guess.
I've already seen it
because
my brother owns the DVD. I've seen it. It's a great It's probably the best documentary that they ever done as far as DVDs go.
Yeah.
I highly recommend, Tyler, if you haven't seen it, to watch it.
Yeah, and
I think there's some bullshit coming out of Punk's mouth in this DVD now. After the whole I'm walking home in that.
Yeah.
Because there's a comment he says here where he's debating. It's like the day before buying the bank, and he's debating. He hasn't signed the contract yet. He's debating about, should I sign or not? He says like, I want things to change in that, but also I don't think if I stay, things are gonna be changing at all, and so on there. And like I think it was like Joey Mercury or something like Barnum just like saying, well, you can't change things if you just stay at home in that. Yeah. And that was supposed to be the thing that made him sign it. But it's like, yeah, but then either way, he took his ball home and he's like, okay, well, Evan, nothing's gonna change. So I'm just gonna take my ball and walk home then.
Yeah. Yeah. So
no, but it's still an amazing documentary. It's still a popular DVD in that. But to me, it's more trying to promote people to subscribe to this network.
Yeah, for the people that are chanting CM Punk and we want Punk or whatever, and it's like, oh, he's coming back tonight.
Well, here's the problem with that though.
There you go.
How do we know that's like a majority of subscribers? That's the only reason why they have not signed up is because they are protesting CM Punk not being used on television anymore.
Yeah,
how's the company know that?
Right, yeah. It's probably a minority, but
how do we know that it's not like some little kid's family there, and so on, who just it's like, no, Johnny, when you get your own job, then you can go on the network and that. It's like mommy and daddy don't have the finances to pay for the network.
Yeah.
How do we know it's not that?
Yeah. But yeah, But anyway, so yeah, Paul Heyman apparently, fired / quit.
I laughed my ass off when I heard that.
Yeah, but
I mean, I think they did a shitty job explaining that there, as far as it just being a rumor, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it was like Triple H said, like, "Well, hey, Paul, you should be here."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then Cesaro, coming out without Paul Heyman having to face Big E himself.
I hope that this isn't a sign that Heyman's getting separated from Cesaro because Brock's coming back, or because they think Cesaro doesn't need Paul Heyman, or they don't think that that's helped him at all. To me, I think Cesaro does need Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman's a heat magnet. You need that.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I mean, without Brock Lesnar around all the time,
Although there have been,
it's good to have someone who has a Paul Heyman guy.
There's been talk going around that Brock might start expanding his role maybe now temporarily, as in he might be working more dates, especially if he'll be the champion.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean he's gonna show up every week on Raw, but the rumor is that once he wins the championship at SummerSlam, which almost feels like it's gonna be Garrett freaking now.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much what's gonna happen? Is that Brock, who defended the champions, he'll show up, and then he might even defend, he might be successfully defended the Night of Champions too, and he might just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
Like I said, he might be the champ going into WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, just tearing through the roster.
I mean, like I said, I know one of the main reasons why Brock worked the dates is because one of the reasons why he left originally is because he could handle the rare and he could handle all the dates and all the matches, and the fact that his body was getting beat up so much in that. Yeah. That's why he said, okay, I'm not going to work this amount of dates, this amount of dates for the year. But maybe Vince McMahon or Triple H convinced him and said, look, you're going to be a champion. We need you to work more dates than that. He says, maybe for at least 6 months, at least you can go back to maybe being a regular worker again, somewhat. At least for 6 months.
Yeah.
Put this new guy over, maybe then essentially. Yeah. And then you can go back to being, the part-timer guy again, essentially. But, once you're the champion, maybe, since we are going to give you the belt, a part-timer with a belt in that, and we even gave you, Undertaker's streak in that as well. At least you can do, Brock, and start to show up for maybe more dates now in the company.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, obviously that's not what his current contract says, but you can always renegotiate a current contract, too. Right. I mean, I just a rumor right now. It might mean nothing. I mean, to me, it's going to mean something if Brock retains the Night Champions. It shows the next night of Raw, and if we just keep going, and it's like the era of Brock Lesnar, then all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, it would definitely be interesting there. And again, I mean, really would elevate somebody, like, I don't know, who knows, maybe Roman Reigns, I don't know. And then, of course, you wonder, like, where does that play Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank briefcase? I don't see him cashing in for a long time, actually.
Did you hear about the
injury, the possible injury?
Well, possible because it hasn't been confirmed yet, and there's even people saying that there's nothing wrong. He was just selling. Yeah. He was selling very well.
Supposedly, he took a clothesline from Roman Reigns and landed bad on his knee.
Well, no. If you watch the replay when he comes off the apron, he kind of hops, it, kind of grabs it a bit, and then all of a sudden he gets clotheslined over, and all of a sudden, as soon as he hits it, he immediately goes straight down as if he just aggravated it more than usual. And like I said, then all of a sudden the trainer gets rushed over. Yeah, the ref kind of has like a brief X sign, which usually means injury or something.
And the camera wasn't on him the rest of the time.
That's the thing. Cameras on him. People live said that like he was getting helped to the back and that. And like I said, there were some people saying look, was it Dean Ambrose great. We don't know what the actual finish of this match was. I'm pretty sure the actual finish still was
pretty close.
Was going to be that all 4 members of the Fatal 4 were going to be taking each other out, and it was going to be like a no contest and so on. But there are people saying like maybe to take Seth Rollins out of the equation, maybe Dean Ambrose shows up.
Yeah.
So they are supposed to be feuding, at Battleground in that. But as of right now, you can't confirm whether it's actually injured or you can't confirm whether there's no injury. As of right now, there's been nothing on the network about this injury.
I mean, it might have just been a stinger, for
like I said, it was nice selling on Rollins.
I mean, yeah.
To sell the fact that he might have legitimately hurt his knee or something.
Right. Yeah.
And in reality, he just was, no, my knee, help my knee,
Yeah. And then maybe a good, job by the refs and guys taking to the back. I mean, we don't know, but that's the where you say job well done, I guess, in that case, whether it was real or not, I guess, I don't know. But hopefully it wasn't anything serious or major, which we don't. Right now it doesn't seem like it was, but because I mean, I guess you're gonna have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins round 1 at Battleground.
Yeah.
I say round 1 because I think the feud will probably continue. Maybe they'll have like a I don't know, a nice hardcore match or a Hell in a Cell down the road. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But nevertheless, I mean that's definitely be an interesting contest at Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean speaking of like the main event class now, Roman Reigns. We didn't even I don't think we mentioned yet. Of course, on SmackDown last week, they had Roman Reigns face Rusev, and like we expected, no shenanigans,
no contest,
yeah, to keep that winning streak alive, and obviously not have Roman Reigns lose to a fairly new guy, I guess you could say, or whatever.
There were a lot of people saying that the company was stupid to even throw him in the ring. Period.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
that's a potential like future feud right there. And just have him just thrown into a no contest match. Just it takes away from when they actually do have to clash in that.
Right. I mean, it was like a one-off thing because, like you would expect, then on Raw, like there was no talk about any of that, or like previously on SmackDown last week, Roman Reigns and Rusev had this match, and then Orton interfered, and so that was unsurprising, obviously, how Orton interfered there, and but I guess it was a good incentive to watch SmackDown last week, I guess, but yeah, I mean, so anyhow, and then speaking of Rusev. That might have been the best segment of the night. I don't know. I mean, with Lana and of course Zeb Coulter going at it on the mic again, and
a
lot of USA chants, a lot of heat on this feud, I think, right now.
And there was a lot of heater right there. When Putin gets his face up there, boo, and then Obama's face gets put up there, and it's a mixed reaction. It's Virginia. That's a battleground stage.
Yeah.
That's a battleground stage.
With all due respect, a photo that looked like it was maybe in earlier in Obama's first term. Before when his hair was still pretty dark. Dark brown.
There's a lot of gray hair in that photo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the White House. Like it seems like or maybe it's just that.
Even the presidency, the presidency in general.
U.S. presidency in general. Yeah, how especially two-term presidents.
That's been documented very well. I mean, especially like I said, my brother's like a history guru pretty much, and he says, I mean, there was like a History Channel thing where they show like presidents before like their first term, and then all of a sudden photos like gradually going through their presidency, how they just look like they look like they went through hell.
Yeah,
and who knows? Like I said, nobody really I think truly knows the stress level of the job.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Obama's like coming up on his 6th year overall now of his
true rating's not really at the best of his presidency. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a political format, but I mean, obviously, I knew it was going to happen. I knew as soon as Putin came up, I knew like Seb's going to bring up President Obama, and I knew as soon as that happened, like. Gee, what the reaction for Virginia's going to be?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone blue the past 2 elections pretty much, but it's still got some solid red areas there.
Yeah.
And it is in Richmond. This is the Confederate capital, by the way, at one point.
Yeah.
It was going to go... I do think it was funny there because I do remember listening to Dutch Mantel, who was, Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Coulter, yeah. AKA.
I mean, he's kind of a political guru in real life in that. And I remember listening to him on the Coke Cabana show podcast one time. He was the guest in that. They kind of got into politics, and all he said was, Cole asked him the question flat. I said, like, so are you a President Obama fan? And he just says, look, I have no disrespect towards the man or his lovely family, but I just cannot agree with this guy's policies whatsoever. And that's pretty much all he said of that. And like I said, he cut pretty much the safest pro you can cut when you start getting into politics of wrestling, which is look, whether we like the man or not, he's our president. And you got to respect the presidency.
Yeah.
It's
In that.
an outrage.
I mean, granted, I think it's kind of insult to Russia, who also kind of democratically elects their presidents too.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I kind of hate the fact that they're trying to create Cold War 2.0.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Lana's like Bridget Nielsen and Rocky IV in a sense. And...
yes. And not to mention Rusev's whole... Well, the guy's actually Polish.
Yeah.
But he's playing a Bulgarian who's sympathetic to Russia to the point that he considers Russia his actual homeland.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I feel like this is pretty much Rocky IV playbook 101 in that. Or this is 80s wrestling playbook 101. Or this is Sergeant Slaughter Iraqi sympathizer 101 here.
Yeah.
to their credit, it kind of works. But at the same time, there's people like saying, like, man, this is getting Jack Swagger over. Well, I didn't hear any Jack Swagger chants at all in this segment. It was
USA shit. Yeah, it's.
I mean, like I said, to me, it's more maybe people were getting, or just getting into the fact that this is just Russia USA, and not so much. Yeah. Oh, this is Jack Swagger for crying out loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's a USA and a Russia podium set up there, and Michael Cole, I guess, running the thing there.
Yes, the legitimate journalism journalist that works for this company here, who actually has gone to like war zones and so on, is covering, United States and Russia, having a debate off in a way. Yeah. But no, I don't know. I don't know what. Like I said, to me, this is temporary for Swagger. I'm pretty sure once he gets his ass kicked by Rusev on Sunday, I'm pretty sure this is the end of the. I don't say end of the Real American period. I don't know if this means Zeb's leaving or something like that. Yeah. But Swagger's not going to get anything from this. He had his shot, against Del Rio, and he blew it because he got caught with pot in Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like sometimes it seems more like it's a Lana versus Zeb Coulter feud, but
someone brought that up too. Is Rusev really the heat magnet, or is it Lana here? Yeah. I mean, is it the manager that brings the heat, or is it the wrestler?
Yeah, I mean, Zeb said it himself, he's got to come out from behind Lana, and who wears the skirt and the pants in this relationship.
But here's the ironic thing there too. You can say the same about Zeb and Jack for crying out.
Yeah, I mean, basically you could.
Zeb Coulter they brought Dutch Mantel in there because they wanted to make Jack Swagger a heel. But man, him talking on the microphone. Yeah. I mean, granted the whole like. I think it was like behind the scenes of like a DX one time. They actually showed like Triple H and Shawn Michaels making fun of Jack's
lisp or whatever.
Yeah, his lips that, and Jack's like for instance, like you guys are assholes in that, like pretty much. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, we heard Jack Swagger try to cut promos in that, and the whole point was that he needed a mouthpiece. Just like Brock needs a mouthpiece, and Rusev needs a mouthpiece, especially if he's gonna play like the whole I don't speak any English Russian deal in that. Yeah. But you know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of hypocritical there from Dutch Mantel on that. But like I said, I agree. It was probably the best as far as crowd reaction goes. Yeah. It was clearly the best of that.
Entertaining, but I mean, they can't Swagger. I mean, it's not going to.
And don't get me wrong there. The thing that made the Dutch Mantel character great is that at one point it felt like he was going to touch on like real life issues in the country, and now it's gone to the point where all Lana says is Americans are stupid. Yeah. Like, that's all she said she didn't say why we're stupid in that Civil War. I mean, not that Russia has experienced civil wars either, but it feels like it's almost like a dumbed down like Cold War 2.0 mentality here, which might have worked back in the 80s. Yeah, maybe even the early 90s. But this is 2014.
Yeah. I mean, for like Swagger to have any interesting future, I mean, they'll have to go like some kind of different direction. Zeb Coulter's gonna stick with him. I mean, you can't do all these USA versus Russia or whoever.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna feud with like Tyson Kidd, a Canadian. Yeah. I mean, those damn Canadians, Yeah. What? Bad News Barrett when he comes back? Oh, Britain was our first great enemy. So,
yeah, I don't know.
And like I said, I mean, he's gonna He's gonna face Heath Slater because Zeb Coulter hit 60s and thinks Slater reminds him too much of a hippie back in the day. Yeah. I mean, because the whole deal of him is that he's like a Vietnam War veteran and so on. And I have no idea if Dutch Mantel actually was or not, or this is just the Zeb Coulter character.
Yeah, he was laying in the mud, like bullets flying over him or whatever he said. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, maybe for an interesting segment. But Rusev probably gonna win that match. Obviously, keep his winning streak going. And of course, speaking of winning streaks, then, Bo Dallas in about his normal time slot lately is on Raw as well. Mm-hmm. Facing the Great Khali, from El Torito to Great Khali. I mean, getting the win over Khali by count out, I don't know.
Why?
Why facing Khali?
No. I was fine with Khali because I'm thinking, oh, great, he can beat a big guy.
Why does it have to be a count out victory? Yeah.
I mean, he's winning. He's 15-0 in that. But it's like, why couldn't he win clean? Khali's going to do so much more for this company in the future. Yeah. He's done. He's a comedy character.
Yeah. I mean, he could have.
And Bo Dallas is a comedy character too in that. But he was an NXT champion at one
Yeah.
point. I mean,
he could have easily have done the bulldog in the ring like he normally would, and then pin Khali right in
here's
the
just
ring.
the fact here: Bo Dallas Tyler is the youngest, besides Paige, who's 21. He's 24 years old. He's the youngest male member of the roster right now, at 24. And the next closest guy is like 26 or something in the roster. So he's the youngest guy now. So he's somebody that this company can't just say, oh, well, you know, he's a comedy character in that.
Yeah.
No, he was an NXT champion. He can get heat.
Yeah.
You know, especially if he's doing the Tim Tebow thing for like a minute in the ring every time. That's gonna start annoying the hell out of people.
Yeah. So
no, I had mixed feelings about that. You know, not that he was facing Khali, just the fact that it was a fine moment where he goes, "No, bad giant."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, brain chop after the match, and
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll.
He still won. He still won.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess every now and then, you know, maybe they'll mix in a win like that, but you know, nevertheless, you know.
Don't get me wrong. I still think Sunday could be a good day for Bo Dallas.
Yeah, as usual. But so yeah, you had that. Yeah, and you just brought up Paige too. Paige gonna face AJ Lee for the Divas Championship again, rematch at Battleground. Yeah, I mean, interesting. I guess how they've been playing up that feud. You know, maybe you keep waiting for like Paige to like be a full-fledged heel again or something. I don't know. Kind of like she was that when she lost the title, but you know, as of now, I mean, you know, supposedly there's this respect between AJ Lee and this friendship or whatever. And,
I mean, like I said, the feud just started. I'm pretty. This could be this could be an interesting feud in the future, though.
Yeah.
Maybe like who knows? Maybe both AJ and Lee are gonna go. Maybe both Paige and AJ are gonna be going insane.
Maybe yeah. I mean,
like maybe they'll both be insane characters in that, which makes this feud even like better in that.
Yeah. And then the other divas, you know, I guess that have been in action.
Nikki Bella got her ass kicked.
Yeah.
By Cameron and her hero Alicia Vox.
Yeah.
If you don't get that joke, you clearly did not watch Tough Enough.
And then not only that, but you know, well, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, Summer Rae and what's her name? I forget.
Layla.
Layla. That's what I was about to say. Caitlyn. I'm like, no, not Caitlyn. Layla.
She's gone.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Layla and Summer Rae, you know, I guess clinging to Dolph Ziggler now. You know, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
I kind of feel bad for Dolph Ziggler a little bit because now it seems like, you know, what is he going to?
I don't feel bad for Dolph Ziggler. The fact that he's walking away for at least 1 week with 2 pretty ladies under his arms.
not for, but as far as like his, I guess his stance in the company, I guess, or status. I mean, I don't know, feuding with Fandango here.
Hey, at least he won, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, he won. Yeah, but
he didn't lose.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but
like I said, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with Ziggler. I don't know. I hear reports that he's going to be one of those guys that kind of they dropped the ball on, but who knows?
Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, you had that as well. Other than that, I mean, I can't really think of anything else.
Sting.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Sting, the pre-order exclusive for WWE 2K15.
I mean, I kind of heard about this like months in advance when there's like
it was bound to happen.
No, but the whole like orchestra and that like this was like something that like C-Scoop supported. That like I don't know if it's WWE, it was like some agency was gonna film like a wrestling promo or something, but they needed like 20 people to dress up and like hold like violins and that, and they were gonna be wearing face paint, which already made people think this is clearly a Sting promo here. Not to mention the fact that they hired like a 6 foot something big guy who was gonna like come down from like the rafters and that. Because if you see the video, you don't really see Sting's face till he turns.
Yeah.
But you don't even they kind of like darken his entire body, and that's because the guy coming down from the rafters is not Steve Borden's Sting. It's like some guy maybe dressed up as Sting in that.
Stunt double. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stunt double. So, or like like some amateur wrestler or something like that, or independent wrestler in that. But no, I mean it was a pretty good promo, and obviously the crowd was going, but you could hear the crowd reaction in the back. So those cheers were going to kind of turn to boos when they saw the T2K15 logo pop up, because I think people want to see Sting in the ring, not on a video game.
Yeah.
Although I look at it this way, I mean, look, Ultimate Warrior should have been a video game, and he got in the Hall of Fame that year. Yeah. So. I don't want people was paying it. Not to mention, as soon as that promo went up, WWE Shop has now put up like the first official Sting T-shirt now.
Yeah.
So to me, in my mind, there's a deal worked out with the company.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're gonna get a Sting match? I don't. The guy's 55 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, he still looks badass in the Sting gear. Granted, we only saw his face; we didn't see his body.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Sting in TNA for like the last couple of like months, he wrestled in a T-shirt for crying out loud.
Yeah.
He didn't even wear his gear really. That's something to do with supposedly his injuries and that. I mean, the guy's frail, so he's gonna be wrestling. He's gonna be wrestling a young, safe guy. I mean, like I said, maybe Heath Slater will be the target again. I mean, the guy's got a history of getting his ass kicked by legends.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's great. It's the first time you actually see Sting on WWE television. You know, but I think some people want to see him maybe actually show up live in the ring. You know, because to them that's gonna be the first historical day when he actually walks through and signs. Just walks in that ring for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I said that's the whole mystique of Sting is that he was the one guy from WCW who's yet to ever work with Vince McMahon in any way, shape, or form in that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like adds to the legendary deal of Sting is that he became a legend without Vince McMahon, which almost sounds unheard of if you look at the history of WWE.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, interesting little teaser there, I guess. Another other than the WWE Network, now it's a plug for the video game, I guess, coming up in late October.
I mean, we brought up CM Punk's situation. I mean, supposedly his contract's gonna expire this week.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seemed, it kind of seemed a little coincidental there how that on the network and then the contract expiring.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, well, it kind of makes sense. I take it would be Thursday because Money in the Bank 2011, which is when the day he was signed it was 7.
It was a little more mid.
That was
July than.
But that was July 15th. And like I said, I don't know if that because you probably got a phone like a leap year probably. So but either way, that would mean probably this week would be when his contract expires.
Yeah.
Which he was going to do what there were reports that they might just extend it to 6 months, which is what you can do for his contract if he's inactive for over 30 days, which is what he's been clearly. But there are reports also saying that they're not going to do that because there's no point. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you go to his Twitter account, which has been active now. He's talked about the World Cup, ice hockey, and so on. I mean, and also the Strain, which is the new FX show that just premiered, I think it was yesterday. Wrestling's not on this guy's mind clearly at all. Not to mention he's going to be working as a red carpet reporter for some company.
Yeah,
I've heard. So he has a second job now.
Yeah.
So, basically, wrestling is not on this guy's minder. So to me, I'm hoping WWE makes an official announcement when his contract expires. I don't think they need to.
Yeah.
I think it's not the same as a release, but I'm hoping for something this week so that way we can finally end this whole won't he?
Yeah.
This clearly a sign he's going to sign up or not, come back or not. Like I said, it's done. It's buried. He's done. He's not coming back at all, I don't think.
Yeah.
I should say never because you should never say never when it comes to professional wrestling. I think he's done. I think he's done with the company.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that you got that obviously, and then pretty much, that brought us to the main event handicap match, which throughout half the night I guess they were kind of still saying Dean Ambrose is going to be evaluated or whatever, but and then eventually it's all right, now this is a handicap match, and Roman Reigns and backstage.
Well, that was the other thing too. The whole Sting deal is that everybody was looking at the 2K15 promo. Was oh no, this is just a small taste too. Ric Flair's going to show up later in the night. Him and Sting have history. Sting could show up and have a stare down with Flair because God forbid that's what everyone sees is Ric Flair and Sting get in the ring one more time. Or no, he'll be the third partner. Because no way Reigns and Cena go at it. With one man down.
Yeah.
Because clearly a solid substitute for a 28-year-old Dean Ambrose is a 55-year-old Sting.
Yeah.
Clearly that's the best substitute for Cena and Reigns.
Yeah.
Grant Kane is 42, so
Yeah.
You would have two old farts in that ring.
Yeah. So yeah, Ric Flair, I mean, kind of coming out and doing his shtick and then predicting that Cena will win at Battleground and that, and
funny
now
how I bring up the whole PW Torch deal, and I kind of laughed when all of a sudden he's endorsing Cena, and then all of a sudden Reigns comes walking out and almost has like a stare down with Flair kind of a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything because I thought that story was complete bullshit. Come on, a heel John Cena against a face Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Although like I said, it kind of if you would tease that would be a solid way to start off, is have kind of Flair kind of be like John Cena's best buddy in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So then main event match, and then obviously Ambrose was nowhere to be found. I mean, obviously he was, I guess, taken to the medical facility or whatever.
Take the hospital
and evaluated. Didn't come out or anything. So and then you had that whole ending there.
Yeah.
Looking like Randy Orton was the guy standing tall on the go home show.
Yeah, but you never turn your back on Roman Reigns because that spear comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. For maybe like the third straight week now, Roman Reigns stands tall, at least, whether it be by himself or raising John Cena's hand or whatever.
Yeah, so. and but of course you could just end there. You had to plug the network again for the final time.
Yeah, so.
Watch Battleground this week on the network.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, you notice that too. It almost sounds like the way they're advertising Battleground is like the only time you can watch pay-per-views now is on the network. Did you notice that too?
Yeah.
They actually showed. I remember them showing a Battleground promotion. It said exclusively on the WWE Network. I'm like, no, there are still providers that will cover a pay per view. Yeah. Not many
at this point, and at this point, it kind of be stupid to do that. But
I mean, they're on it. That's gonna be interesting too. If the network fails in that, will any provider even accept the company back for pay per views? I mean. That's kind of why they're kind of stuck in this predicament with the network. They probably burned so many bridges with so many satellite companies like DirecTV and Dish Network here that they can't go back. This is their only way of selling pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, it's when those numbers, second subscriber numbers come out, and they're lower than the first ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be Vince McMahon's face. I don't want to be Vince McMahon here when I gotta look at investors in the face and pretty much say, well, it's just gonna happen this year. We said $1 million and we're not even gonna hit that number. We'll be lucky we can maintain.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they can say whatever they want there. I know how Wall Street reacts to bad news.
Yeah.
And that is sell.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens on SmackDown or anything important happens, and that I guess we could predict. I guess the matches. I guess. I know. I remember last week on the show you kind of predicted most of the match.
Yeah,
I think already.
Yeah. And pretty much nothing's changed.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But why the hell not? I mean, we got Jack Swagger, Rusev.
Yeah. I mean, we already go Rusev.
Rusev's winning. He's not losing to Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
To me, it's John Cena. It's always John Cena.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want there, but it's gonna be Rusev and Cena. That's gonna probably be where Rusev's downfall is gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But no. I mean, mind you, John Cena is now 37.
Yeah.
Come next year's WrestleMania, he'll be around 38 years old.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, people.
Yeah.
The guy's almost 40.
Yeah. So we got that match.
Yep.
How about the Divas match? Paige and AJ Lee,
the
title.
I'm gonna go AJ. I think it's just the start of a feud. So
yeah,
I'll go AJ.
Yeah, kind of just.
I'll be interested to see where they're putting the card, and how much time they're given.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the second Divas match, the kickoff show, Cameron and Naomi, the Fogadactyl is imploding is what they're calling it pretty much.
Oh man, I don't know. I haven't looked into that.
I'll just go Naomi because she's the better performer of the two.
Yeah, I guess you could say, yeah.
I feel like she can go some,
Yeah.
Though it looks like Cameron's allied with her mentor, Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that again because once again, you watch Tough Enough here, that classic moment with Austin and her.
Yeah.
What's your favorite match, honey?
Yeah.
Alicia Fox. What was it? Shit. What was it? It was Alicia Fox versus Melina. Melina versus Alicia Fox. And Austin's response was just, who?
Yeah.
and her response was, I just started watching the project for the product for a couple of months, so I'm new to the deal.
Yeah.
And often she's like, yeah, but still,
Yeah.
still, the best match of the history of the company.
Yeah. So okay, so you have that tag team championship match. The Usos, well, 2 out of 3 falls. I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Usos versus the Wyatts.
I'm gonna go the Wyatts. I think this is fine when you give them the belts.
Yeah.
If the Wyatts are not getting the belts, then I'm curious who's gonna get the belts off of the Usos now. There's not a whole lot of tag teams left.
Right. Yeah.
Except maybe Ryback, which is a jobber.
Yeah.
Team.
Jobber team.
Stardust and Goldust, who apparently now,
baby faces and
Well, yeah, no, the baby faces, they haven't really been performing.
Yeah.
Except against Ryback.
They did
That's like, all they've been doing is like these crazy backstage, which to me just makes me cringe now, saying, how's this gonna make Cody Rhodes over?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
But no.
What? Yeah.
I mean, to me, obviously the Ascension should be coming to the main roster soon. The NXT Tag Team Champions, and they are a heel. But I don't know if you put them, they might still be green though. I don't know if you put the belt right. I mean, granted, this is the company that gave the Diva Championship to Paige in her first match.
Yeah.
And she was on like 21, so she was probably greener than green pretty much as far as talent wise. So. Like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I just think you give it to the Wyatt family.
Yeah, we thought Money in the Bank. I think we both thought that they would end it. So
no,
not the feuds continue. Yeah, I would think.
And it's 2 out of 3 falls match, so it's going to be a very lengthy match. You'd expect. So
yeah, it should be.
Good. And you know what? Could be a show stealer. I think. This could be a show stealer match. But I think the Wyatts finally get the hands on the belt.
Yeah. And now you got this big battle royal for the Intercontinental Championship, the vacated. It's a little interesting considering Sheamus is in it, U.S. champion.
Yeah, it's funny watching Sheamus with the U.S. title just staring at the Intercontinental Championship as if that's the better belt.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of signaling like, I got this, I want that on my shoulder. I don't know. I don't know if it seems too obvious though that they would, if they put Sheamus in that match, they'd unify those titles or have him hold both, kind of like John Cena with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, you got like what they say, 20 guys in this battle royal.
22. This is
22. Now. Yeah.
They started adding like Zack Ryder, Xavier.
Yeah,
Woods. I mean, it's jobbers.
Yeah, it's like I'm kind of underwhelmed by just because they have 22.
It's not a deep roster tie anymore, and
I know that's the problem.
And that roster can keep shrinking if the network, they got to keep cutting network. You got to cut. Yeah, you cut production costs and so on and that, but very soon you got to go back to talent again. And they said, "You're a Zack Ryder fan." I'd be nervous as hell right now.
Yeah,
he hasn't done jack for a while. In fact, there's as he would even put it, there's not one Zack Ryder merchandise available on WWEshop.com anymore.
Yeah,
this guy went from a top 10 merchandise seller to there's nothing you can buy from this guy anymore.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it seems like there's too many jobbers in this battle royal, and I don't know.
I mean, when everybody says Cesaro, people have been saying Big E, especially since him and Kofi are buddies now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It could be either one. I
guess. The only thing I could say about the Big E Kofi one, besides the fact that they might be a new tag team, is also maybe this means Kofi can finally get a push again first now, since he has like a heavy and Big E now. But no, I said Bo Dallas. I kind of cringed a bit after watching Great Khali now, but you know what? This guy's kind of an underdog here.
Yeah.
He's kind of a cheesy underdog that everyone sees get his ass kicked. But the key about his character is that he doesn't get his ass kicked. He overcomes the odds somehow.
Yeah.
He is like the perfect parody of John Cena.
Yeah.
It's that people hate him to a degree. Because since he's a comedy character, people find him hilarious and funny. That I would be surprised if he's a babyface like in the next couple of months down the line. But I'm gonna go Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I mean I mean, not only that, but that battle royal they had not too long ago for the to get in the Money in the Bank match or whatever. He was the third to last guy in the battle.
Rusev and Roman Reigns were the only guys there. So
I mean, what does that tell you about the possibility for this?
Like I said, he was a former NXT champion. He's 24 and he's the brother of Bray Wyatt, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So to just throw him out there and just waste him there, and to me the character's getting over.
Yeah, you can have a lengthy reign.
Like I said, it's the Intercontinental Championship. What?
Yeah.
Make him champion. Maybe he adds value to this belt.
Yeah, because
that it so badly needs the these secondary titles suddenly need to mean something again. Because otherwise, it's just like, oh, who gives a shit who wins this belt? It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys in that battle royal that I think like if they won the belt, it'd be like, oh, well, who cares? Now who cares about the Intercontinental Championship?
Well, if Sheamus wins it, you might as well just burn both belts, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because essentially you're saying we don't give a shit who holds this title anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Cesaro, I don't think he needs it. To me, that's a step backwards for the guy. Although the people saying he's really lost momentum since he won that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
This guy slammed the Big Show very easily over a top rope, and all of a sudden he loses Paul Heyman 1 week all of a sudden now. I mean, I really hope. I don't want to see Cesaro wearing a Sonic uniform a year from now, because that's two guys that this company dropped the ball on.
Yeah. And speaking of, Mr. Sonic, another guy that's going to be in the Battle Royal.
I'm curious what he's going to be wearing. It's in Tampa, Florida. I guess it's going to be a pirate. It would be just as a pirate, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, the Buccaneers and so on.
Yeah.
Or, maybe a freaking Devil Ray, maybe, because, the Rays are a baseball team down there.
Yeah.
But no. I'm going to go Bo Dallas. It's not the popular pick, especially after watching Khali embarrass him. Although I'm pretty sure Bo Dallas might actually one up Khali. Maybe he might eliminate him from that battle royal.
Yeah. So that would probably be a good pick for somebody to win. Bring.
So you're gonna go Bo Dallas, or you're gonna go someone else?
Yeah, go Bo Dallas. And considering again that battle royal they had last month before Money in the Bank, I think that's a sign.
He was the third to last guy.
Yeah.
And the reason he got tossed out was because he couldn't toss out Reigns and Rusev.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and not not only that. I mean, last Money in the Bank, he talked to Daniel Bryan of all things, So I don't know.
Exactly. He's kind of like this guy that just like. I feel like this company wants to use him for something, but it's like, but have him beat Khali clean then.
Yeah.
You want to like really show this guy's talent, like, and piss people off. Have him beat talent that people say this guy's gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And he will, but he overcomes the odds and he wins.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of his character.
Yeah. So then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Round one.
Round one. I'm gonna go Dean Ambrose. Round one. Dean's got it. Dean has to get, especially if he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He needs to get something.
Yeah. I mean, considering that I don't know. I feel like maybe there'll be some kind of like double count out, or they'll just like brawl. They'll try to take it to another level or whatever, and because for some reason
I don't think you do that here, Chad. I think you finally got to give Dean a win,
a clean win. Yeah, I mean either that or
he gets screwed in Money in the Bank. He loses clean to Orton a week ago. He needs a win badly.
Yeah,
you beat the Money in the Bank winner, and it's not gonna hurt Rollins because every Money in the Bank winner has had a losing streak when they held that briefcase.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. If you hold that briefcase, you're bound to lose matches then.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really matter. You're going to be cashing in and you'll be a world champion, you believe. And so, like I said, I'm going to go Dean Ambrose. He's going to win, I think.
Yeah, and the feud will continue at least through SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see. But other than that, and then, I guess the WWE Championship match, I can't think of anything else that they have on the card other than something they put together kind of last minute. Might be missing something here. I don't know, but I'm counting the fingers here.
I'm counting to make sure.
Trying to count what we went through.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one.
Is Sheamus defending the U.S.?
No,
I don't think he.
He's not. He's
I mean, he already. Yeah, I mean, he's in the battle. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. We already got the Divas Championship predicted. We got
we got all of them then.
Yeah, so the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Fatal 4-Way.
It's John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, I mean,
there's going to be shenanigans, I'm sure, involved. Yeah. Somebody's going to interfere. There's going to be, someone's going to.
Orton RKO'd Kane. They weren't necessarily getting along.
No.
So, yeah, definitely probably going that route.
Yeah.
The question is, who takes the pin?
Probably Kane.
Probably Kane. Yeah, I mean,
he's probably the one.
Obviously, I don't. Yeah.
He's probably the one that can easily afford a pinfall.
Yeah,
He's the one guy that the people still are shocked that he's still in any kind of main event scene right now at his age. But no, I'm going Cena pinning Kane or a tap out or something.
Yeah,
I could see a scenario where Reigns about to win and add the Authority screw him over, like whether it's Rollins or Triple H coming down or something. Like I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Cena wins. That's it. Does Brock Lesnar show up at the end and F5 him just to like tease, or do they say that for Monday Night Raw where Triple H comes out and says, "Yeah, by the way, John, we have Plan C," and then Brock comes out and then he kicks John Cena's ass.
Yeah.
If we look at there, if Brock shows this up, he's gonna kick John Cena's ass.
Yeah. He
has to, because you want to set up Brock as a legitimate threat again, you got to beat the champ up.
Yeah. So that's I think Reigns will look strong in the match, like you would expect. But then maybe he gets like put through the announce table and down and out.
There's gonna be shenanigans involved somewhere.
Yeah, and the getting along factor. Mm-hmm. At some point, I expect maybe like Cena and Reigns to kind of have like a stare down and an interesting exchange. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
because
Kane and
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be Reigns' like feud for the belt. Like I said, I feel like three options.
Now,
but like that Reigns could go over Reigns in that, and one of them was Cena. I said I don't know. It could be Brock Lesnar. It could be Seth Rollins. Could be also Dean Ambrose. They could do a triple threat match at Mania as the main event.
That would be big. Yeah.
As a way of not throwing Dean Ambrose completely under the bus.
Yeah.
But no, I said I don't know, but you can at least tease that as a possible matchup. So I do expect a stare down.
Yeah,
I really feel like they're trying to build these guys up as 1 and 2, and the best way to do it is to maybe get a solid crowd reaction, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So I mean, definitely, you expect these things. I think during that match, and it should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I mentioned last week I'll be away on vacation, so I'll have to go back to the WWE Network, and catch it maybe on my phone, and because that's the only way I'm really gonna have internet down there. So pull out the iPhone, I mean, following up on John Cena, watching the Battleground pay-per-view on the network,
mm-hmm.
On the phone. I try to watch it, I guess, before Monday Night Raw or whatever, which I'll probably YouTube anyways this week. So
mm-hmm.
See how the pay-per-view goes, and see how it looks on my little iPhone, I guess. But nevertheless, I've watched plenty of wrestling on it before and via YouTube. So nevertheless, it should be an interesting pay-per-view. I mean, they had 3 weeks between Money in the Bank and now. So
I mean, it wasn't a long gap, but it wasn't a short gap
right,
either.
Yeah. But I mean, you have Rollins and Ambrose round 1, and I get interesting fatal. I mean, even though you expect John Cena to win,
mm-hmm.
I have a big battle royal for the Intercontinental Championship. So I guess the card's not too weak, I guess. So we'll see how it plays out. Interesting tag team
I don't
match.
know if it's gonna increase subscribers or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, obviously, like I said, it's the big day is coming up when that 6-month commitment's done, and you want people to renew the subscription, not drop it and say screw this network.
Yeah. So be interesting to see what happens at Battleground, and probably not have be able to talk about it until the week after. Considering I won't get back until
it's
mid next week, and then it won't get up to Kutztown until the week after that. So
it's gonna be a probably loaded show next week.
Probably. Catch up show.
Yeah, we'll try to shorten it as best we can.
Yeah, next time, and I guess trim the hedges, whatever's going on with wrestling, and where we leave off. I mean, we'll have a long build up to SummerSlam, so I mean. We'll be able to work that out anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but until then, just send your comments or thoughts in the meantime on what's going on, what's going to go down in Battlegrounds, what happens afterwards, everything going on in the WWE right now, and the network that is getting plugged in, and we'll see how much that gets plugged in at Battlegrounds as well. So
You hope not too much because only subscribers
Right.
are going to be watching.
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
So why the hell should subscribers,
Unless people are like watching at somebody else's house, like maybe we should get I don't know, but anyway.
I tell you what, if you're still watching a pay-per-view normally,
yeah,
for like $50 in that, and you're not satisfied with how this pay-per-view goes in that, you do not have the right to bitch and moan about how you wasted $50 and how you want your money back in that, because you know that there's a cheaper alternative to watching pay-per-views now.
Yeah. I mean, what are you doing if you're doing that? So
yeah.
I mean, when with the plug, get the WWE Network and check out Battleground this week, and then stay tuned with us on the Great Wrestling Debate as we continue to break down the summer of in WWE, and stay tuned for the next edition of the Great Wrestling Debate as always.